Valerie, please step down, come closer. I swear to God, I don't bite. Just get closer. Ladies and gentlemen, you all look beautiful today. All these women in bunader. Hey, fucking hey, I love bunads when it's not set no mind. But ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jonas Joseph. I'm your host of the evening, and it's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to declare ISFiT 2019 for officially open. Hey! We have a wonderful program for you guys today. We have a lot of entertainers, a lot of speakers. But first, I have to introduce myself. Have some of you guys seen me before? And those of you who be like, who the fuck is that guy? Make some noise. It's a lot. But for you guys, my name is Jonas. I'm a comedian from Norway, which tends to confuse people. Because people come up to me, they be like, oh, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Norway. And they look at me, they be like, okay, but where you from? And I'm like, I'm from Norway, right? And I perform stand-up comedy in Norway. And last year, I decided to go to the United States. Is anybody from America here? Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you something fucked up about your country. Because you guys are kind of stupid. No offense, not you guys, but the guys I met, because I went to the United States and it wasn't that easy to get in, because I went down when Donald Trump had his famous speech where it was like, we don't want immigrants from shithole countries. We want immigrants from great places like Norway. And I'm like, that's my cue. And then when I got there, people were fucking confused. Like I was doing stand-up comedy there. And the MC that was going to introduce me was like, ladies and gentlemen, this next comedian is from Norway. And then I got up on stage, and the audience was like, no, he's not. No way. And I remember that because, like, usually when I talk to Americans, like, they tend to ask me some stupid questions. They'd be like, oh, is it polar bears in Oslo? And I'm the type of guy who'd be like, yeah. Because I like to make people stupid, you know? So after the show, this guy came up to me. He was like, I have a question for you. I'm like, yeah. He's like, this might sound stupid. I'm like, hit me. He's like, is it black people in Norway? And I'm like, this is my opportunity here. So I looked him in the eyes. I'm like, of course it's black people in Norway. Maybe not right now, since you're talking to him, but that's where I live. And I thought he would be like, haha, cool joke. But this guy got super serious. He was like, so wait up. You're telling me you're the only black guy in Norway? And I'm like, yeah, dude, yeah. And he's like, oh shit, how does it feel? And I'm like, oh man, it's super lonely, man. Like I have nobody to be like my nigga to, you know? Like nobody. And he's like, damn. And he's like, that must be tough. And then he got super like serious and empathic. And he was like, but what is the worst part about being the only black guy in a country? I'm like, oh, the worst part? He's like, yeah. I'm like, the worst part is that everything I do becomes a stereotype. Because I'm the only guy. He's like, I don't get it. I'm like, okay. In America, they say black people got big dicks. He's like, yeah, not in Norway. We have a bad reputation over there. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have some fun today. We have a wonderful program for you guys. I was backstage and I just met the president of ISFiT, a wonderful guy who's going to come up here and have some words. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tyler Stewart, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Jonas. Wow. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here tonight. 29 years ago, in this very hall here, the first ISFiT took place. It was built by volunteers just like those gathered here today. After the fall of the Iron Curtain in 1990, they invited students from the newly independent Soviet republics to meet with their student counterparts from the West. And they discussed the topic of a changing Europe. Since this first festival, the world has become increasingly globalized. The challenges we face are more and more global, And we are, to a greater extent, dependent on one another to solve these challenges. There's an urgent need for international, cross-cultural platforms. And this is the work of ISFiT. We provide a platform for students from different nations, different religions, different studies, different political opinions to meet up, share ideas, and build friendships. But while borders are readily dissolving for goods, services, and finance, the migration of people remains a much greater challenge. A challenge because it presents both opportunity and hardship, unequally distributed across the globe. Migration is often looked at as a challenge, a conflict between us and them, insiders and outsiders, citizens and foreigners. The views of the general public and of politicians, they're torn between two extremes. But the issue is not black and white. People migrate in numerous ways and for many different reasons: internal, international, forced, voluntary, legal, and illegal. The challenges associated with migration, they go to the heart of globalization, human rights, and national identity. But these are not problems that are going to solve themselves or to disappear overnight, and we can't leave it up to the politicians to solve these problems for us. Students need to take an active role in deciding the future of their countries. And when saying this, some people may consider us naive to think that we, as students, can influence the decision-making policies of our governments. But with all of you gathered here tonight, rising to that challenge, I think that you all deserve a round of applause. There's an urgent need for youth to gather, to meet, discuss, understand, and to find possible solutions to one of the world's greatest challenges, migration. And so, I stand before you here today to welcome 500 students from over 145 different countries all over the world. Welcome to Trondheim. We are at the beginning of a journey that we're going to undertake together over the next 10 days through workshops, concerts, debates, dinners, and dances. Now, just like the first festival back in 1990, at the core of all of these activities is dialogue. Now, dialogue can be complicated, time-consuming, and at times it can be very frustrating. But dialogue is the best tool that we have to make the most of the diversity that we have gathered here in Trondheim. So, I'm going to leave you with one request tonight, and that is that when you walk out of these doors, you take the time to listen, learn, find out what the world needs, and then go there and do it. Thank you, and good luck.
Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Stewart. You guys are so pretty. Make some noise for yourself. Oh! This is Pyrim, ladies and gentlemen. Give him an applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Merci, merci. That's French, means thank you. Are anyone from Russia here? Anyone there? We got there? Yes, make America great again. Nice. Neste song is about Zonia, an old rich man who likes to drink vodka and watch Zonia dance. Oh, yes. Pirum will now sing Zonia for you guys. Thank you very much.
Igor Ivanovich var en gang millionær. Hei, sa Ivanovich, enden er kanskje nær. Men jeg vet om et sted slik som det var før, der vodka drikkes med sang og godt humør. Og når han var der, Sonja var han kjær. Hei, hei, hei. Helt til tsarens hofte går, ord om hennes dans. Overalt hvor Sonja er, Sonja kaster glans. Ja! Vakre Sonja danser nå, alle hjerter slår. Vodka, vodka, Kaukasus, gjennom blodet går selv gamle Vladimir, som elsker drikk og styr. Han lar sin vodka stå og bare kikker på. Ha-ha-ha, vakre Sonja danser nå, alle hjerter slår. Sonja, 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 en gang til. Helt til tsarens hofte går, ord om hennes dans. Overalt Sonja kaster glans. Vakre Sonja danser nå, alle hjerter slår. Vodka, vodka, Kaukasus, gjennom blodet går. Selv gamle Vladimir, som elsker drikk og svin. Han lar sin vodka stå og bare kikker på. Vakre Sonja danser nå, sammen med en bil. Sonja, 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 en gang til. Radoshva, perestrojka, ja. Jakuglu, jakuglu, salut, kurwa, ju. Jakuglu, jakuglu, salut, kurwa, ju.
Bardo!
Radosh, Radoshva, perestrojka, ja. Jakuglu, jakuglu, salut, kurwa, ju. Se gamle Vladimir, som elsker drikk og svin. Han lar sin vodkaflaske stå og kun på Sonja stirrer nå. Vakre Sonja danser nå, salen blir helt vill. Sonja, 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 en gang til. Hei!
Thank you very much. Hopefully some of you guys understand because we sung a little bit Russian in the middle there. But the rest was in Norwegian, so sorry for that. But what can we do? We didn't learn any new song. But are there any Germans here today? Yeah, a couple. Bonjour. Yes, maybe wrong language, but it's international, so hopefully it works. Now we're going to sing another song for you guys. And this song is about a German couple who went caravanning a place we like very much, which is called the Trollstigen. Yes, it's southwest in Norway. You should go there if you have the time after ISFiT. It's really nice. Yeah, there's not much to say about them, except we're going to sing about it. So, Peter sings Jodel im Trollstigen.
Lederhosen bratwurst, vårt hjem mobil. Heidililleidilup-bom-bom-bom. Lederhosen bobil, barn og voksel, vi kommer sivil. Heidililleidilup-bom. Med bobil, barn og voksel foran rusjeseiler og bak en jaguar. Utsikten vakker, folk tuter på fart. Han hører ikke lett når vi jumpa spyr. Heidililleidilup. Bom, bom, bom. Her det faktisk bussholdeplass. Enda se og tømme vår dass. Einschweitreik, ordning mot seg. Her finnes ei dere kom her. Helga, hans nist idiot. Bilen praktisk god. Henger vi har og med flaks. Fylles den opp med laks straks. Utenfor opp i vindu i midnattssol. Heidililleidilup-bom-bom. Lederhosen svinger seg, og i deg så varm og fri god. Heidililleidilup-bom. Vi danser tåler sprenger til i solengangen så stolt og sensuell. Heidililleidilup-bom. La-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Heidililleidilup-bom-bom-bom.
Nein, Helga, wir müssen links gefahren.
Nein, ich will den Gallenbicken sehen.
Aber Helga, du kannst nicht mit Bogen zum Gallenbicken gefahren.
Ich will Mutti! Ich habe Sauerkraut in meine Lederhosen.
Was? Du Scheißkind! Violence is bad.
Det myller til landet med jumpa i gulsnabelkese. Heidililleidilup-bom. Din trollstigen kommer som en hilsen ifra vår kultur. Bratwurst. Heidililleidilup-bom-bom-bom. Urvegen for gamla slippens spår. Urvegen for gamla slippens spår. Härliga hjälten bland bestumma som pluggar tumma, mumla och gumma. Klinglang, klinglang, nej klinga och kår. Bland hjältar har varit sin man. Bland hjältar har varit sin man.
Hey! Here, ladies and gentlemen, That group has performed here since ISFIT's opening in 1990s. So give them one more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Not those guys, but the same group. It would be weird if those guys performed here in 1990. But anyways, ISFIT is officially open today. But for the last 10 days, they also had a thing going on where they gathered people from Ukraine, Colombia, and the Balkans. And they... Oh, yeah. And guess what they did with those people? They put them in a cabin in Røros, which sounds like punishment. But it was not. It was actually for them to sit down and have a dialogue and talk about how dialogue can help people have a wider understanding. So right now we're going to have 5 of them come up on stage to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Come up here.
Hey everyone, you're so many, I can't even see all of you. But my name is Synne, and I'm the head of dialogue for ISFiT 19. For most of you, ISFiT starts today. But for some, ISFiT started almost 2 weeks ago. This because of the dialogue seminar that since 1997 has been held before every festival at a cabin at Røros. This year, we gathered 13 volunteers and 22 participants from Colombia, Ukraine, and the Balkans to work on dialogue as a method to understand each other better. The goal has, since the first dialogue seminar, been to create a platform where young people from different backgrounds, with different stories, different opinions, can meet and exchange their experiences, feelings, worries, and hopes for the future. As volunteers, one of our most important tasks has been to create this safe space for these dialogues to happen. It wasn't until the end of these 10 days, during our last reflection round, that I, through tears and some laughter, understand or realized how special this experience has been. Something happens when you gather 35 young people at a cabin in the middle of nowhere. I can honestly say now that I have good friends from all 3 focus areas and also from the volunteer group. And before I start crying, I just want to thank all of the volunteers and the participants of the dialogue seminar for being part of creating this safe space. And I think that's exactly what today's society needs more of. So now I want to give the word to Siri. Take it away.
Hi. I want to tell you about some of the work we in the dialogue group have been doing and some moments that made the dialogue seminar such an extraordinary experience to me. In September, I applied and was taken in as dialogue facilitator for ISFiT. At this point, I had no idea what would come. The first part of our job was to elect 8 participants from each focus area. And we did this by traveling to some of us to Colombia, some of us to the Balkans, and some of us to Ukraine. Here, we would also learn more about the culture and the history of the countries elected. Our second job was planning the activities for the seminar in Røros and also holding the activities once arrived. During these past 5 months, I want to thank the volunteer group I've been part of, Synne, Bjørge, the coordinators and the other facilitators, for all the support and for all the challenges, for all the tears and for all the laughters we have shared. A very strong experience to me was taking part of the student protest in Bogota in Colombia. Seeing all the students and citizens united for achieving a more accessible education in the country. When Student Peace Prize winner Fazia Hassan visited us, we would compare the universities of everyone in the group. And I realized just how lucky I am to be able to study without a cost in my own country, whilst also admiring all the efforts made to have the same possibility in the countries of my friends. Because yes, I can now call every single one of the participants in the dialogue seminar in Röros my friends. We have dialogued about important topics, shared our personal stories, danced salsa, sung karaoke, and built snow caves together. So thank you so much to all of the participating students who made the experience such a special one. You will all have and you have all left a footprint in my heart that will always stay.
To adjust that one as I'm a bit tall. Hi, my name is Donata, and I'm a dialogue facilitator for the focus area of Ukraine. And I don't see any of you being blinded by the light. As you may know from my name, I'm not Norwegian. I'm coming from a little country in the Baltic states, Lietuva, Litauen, Lithuania. It was my very first weeks in Trondheim as I joined ISFiT. And it has soon become way more than just an experience of volunteering. It gave me a place to express myself. It gave me family. It gave me home. The dialogue seminar was just another way to fulfill myself as a person. It was about meeting people from countries I knew very little about, mainly the capitals that I had to learn in year 9 at school. It was also about understanding the power of students, all of us, such as Student Peace Prize winner Fazia Hassan and each and every of the participants in dialogue that are indifferent from her in passion and strength. It also was about sharing experiences, skills, stories, friendship, and most importantly, it was about increasing our understanding among students as part of the peace building. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Guys, I know that you love me, but I'm in public now, so you know this. So, hi everyone again. Yeah, I know. I was planning to say something cute like, you all look beautiful and awesome, but I can see anything, so let's just leave it for later. I'm Diana, and I'm from Kosovo. At this moment, at this very moment, I'm representing the United States of the Balkans that have been lately established during the dialogue seminar. I was trying to put a few words in the letter and to share with you all the experiences that we have had throughout the last 10 days, but I don't feel that this is possible to do. We all come from different focused areas, from different parts of the world, but we had a lot of things in common. None of us had an easy childhood and smoothie one. We're not having an easy adulthood as well. We don't have free access to education. We don't have easy and quality education. And we have all been part of a conflict, armed conflict, or are currently being part of an armed conflict. And this is hard. And it was really hard to share with the others, but we felt that the volunteers, but the participants as well, created such a safe space and environment for all of us to share everything that we brought with us. And we did. And we are not going back home feeling hopeless and trying to leave the country or go somewhere else. I believe that each one of us, the 20, almost 30 people sitting right there, will go back to their home countries with a great willingness to change things. Because we have discussed about this and we have plans, and trust me, we will do it. And I believe that all of you that just came yesterday or today are feeling a bit of anxiety for being around different people, different cultures from all around the world. And I know that you might not have an easy life as well, but just open your mind and open up your heart throughout the next 10 days and just absorb as many information and whatever you can get from this seminar. And after 10 days, you will feel just like we are feeling today, sad but hopeful for the future. And just enjoy whatever that is coming. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Hello, my name is Ilya. I'm representing the focus group Ukraine. It is difficult. I've been thinking over what can I tell you about the 10 days spent in a lonely cabin as we were joking in the middle of nowhere, beleaguered by an endless white belt of snow on the eastern slopes of hills not far from Rhodos. And I think that dialogue, well, my humble English cannot fully express the blossom of emotions having been running through us during our stay. Bringing together people from with different backgrounds, beliefs, opinions, attitudes, even life creeds is a huge challenge. But nevertheless, it was taken upon by a group of enthusiastic and charming people, our volunteers, who nevertheless made us listen and talk to each other and made us friends. And after all the time spent, after all the 10 days, I'm strongly convinced that dialogue is one of the most beautiful, incredible, and breathtaking thing I have ever witnessed in my life. I strongly believe, and this is my message, it's quite simple. I believe with such a powerful tool as dialogue, which can unite people, forge relationships and friendships, and overcome misunderstandings that have over a long time spoiled our world society, with such a powerful tool, even in the darkest hours, humanity can find light and hope. Thank you very much.
Halash Dupas. That was the first Norwegian sentence that we learned during our study in dialogue group. But this was not the only thing that we learned well these days in Rhodos. My name is Sebastian, and I'm from Colombia. While our stay at the dialogue, we had an amazing opportunity to share great moments with unique people from Ukraine, the Balkans, and Colombia. It's not easy to find people that impress you and at the same time inspires you, but these 10 days proved me wrong. It was very exciting to listen to different approaches to the Colombian conflict, and even though we share hope and peace willing. Also, there are a lot of cultural and national conflicts in the Balkans, and it was awesome to see these people dance, laugh, and hug together. And of course, the beautiful Ukrainians sharing hope, love, and brightness to the whole group. I admit it was a lot of dance, laughter, fun, and party. But on the other hand, there was also tears, emotions, cries, and sadness. And there was no one to blame, because we share difficult and different, very personal experiences that we have outlived. But the most important thing was the hope for the future, the true commitment and passion for change. and the wish to bring people of interest sitting in the table for dialogue. We all are humans, and all of us have our own perspectives of what the world and the people on it are. Apparently, I'm too Colombian, and I heard a lot of it in Roros. Sadly, the world spread prejudices about our culture, about our lifestyles. And you know we are always the bad guys in the movies. We are the Colombian narcos, we are the Balkan mafia, and we are the Ukrainian human traffickers. But we have seen between each other the warm heart of the Balkans, the life-changing smile of the Ukrainians, and the good dancing moves of us Colombians. Nobody showed you that in the movies. Only when we stop our prejudices, we will be able to value everybody. Maybe I'm too Colombian, and I love that. And you could be too Asian, too African, too European, or too American. But this diversity makes the world colorful and beautiful. We should leave aside our difference and focus our energy in sharing love, building peaceful societies, and hope and work for the best of our future. Last but not least, I would like to thank all the dialogue volunteers for their dedication and hospitality during our stay in Norway. And we are very grateful to call you friends. Thank you.
Hello! Thank you to Dialogue. Give them one more applause, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful, well-crafted words. So, are you guys ready for the next act? Yeah, the next act. I'm really excited. I'm lucky enough to share backstage with this guy. This is a guy that's been in my Spotify list. I didn't notice that until 40 minutes into the conversation. But he's such a wonderful guy, one of Norway's finest artists. Are you ready for him now? Are you guys ready for him now? Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for Moddi.
See the kids, how they play. Dress up in your clothes from 1968. Hear the songs, how they sound like the ones you played back in 1968. flowers, the parades, the hope you held, the mess you made. You sigh and say in my day, as if your days are done. Well, you're still here, but something is gone. Once you were fierce and fought for the world. Where you once kept compassion, you now keep your pearls. With your eyes tightly shut, it's easier to cope. With news feeds like dark, twisted kaleidoscopes. But more than ever, we need someone who can teach us to hope. Oh, you surely remember the fire in your chest, the yearning for change and the longing to protest, the summer that felt so never-ending. Look all around you, so little has changed. It's the same old struggles, just by different names. Oh yeah, I know 50 years may have passed since then, but it's never too late to start caring again. Sometimes it feels like we've forgotten how to dream. Like wanting peace and love is shameful and naive. But no one can stop us as long as we just dare to believe. Oh, so dust off your passion, there's no time to hesitate. We'll show them that flowers will always beat the hate. We'll start small and dream big like in 1968. Like in 1968, like in 1968. feels like one. Makes no difference at all. That no matter what you do, it'll always be too small. But if you just go on and never stop, in the end all the small things will add up. Little by little, day by day, the sun will melt the winter away. Little by little is all it takes. Little by little, day by day, our ripple may grow into a wave. Little by little is all it takes. Sometimes it feels like things have never been this bad. An ocean full of waste, a president gone mad. Sometimes all you can do is to pretend that you really believe these wounds can mend. But little by little, day by day, the sun will melt the winter away. Little by little is all it takes. Little by little, day by day, our ripple may grow into a wave. Little by little is all it takes to make a change. Maybe you felt it too. That change is in the air. Well, if you wanna play your part, it has to start somewhere. To start somewhere. Oh, little by little, day by day, the sun will melt the winter away. Little by little is all it takes. Little by little, day by day, the river will wash the bedrock away. Little by little is all it takes to make a change. Little by little, day by day, the river will wash the bedrock away. Little by little is all it takes to make a change. Tusen tack. It's a huge honor to play here at the ISFiT Festival, one of my favorite festivals in the whole wide world. Well, you guys are what makes ISFiT. I'm gonna let the music do the talking, or at least most of it. I just played 2 songs from an album that is going to be released later this year. An album inspired by the grassroots activists, the people who make up this whole wide good world. The people who, little by little, make a change for the better. I'm going to finish with a song. I know that this year's topic of the festival is migration. And I once wrote a song called House by the Sea. Not necessarily about border crossing, but about traveling. about leaving home, but still keeping home with you in your heart, wherever you go. So this is House by the Sea. Enjoy the rest of the festival. You gotta do the thing with your feet, that's more. 1, 2, 1. Aha, there you go. Ah. They say home is the place where your heart is. Then I am home now, though I am far away. For so long I've let deep forests guard it, and now it's begging me to stay. And I'm trying my best to be tough, to pretend that I'm strong and can siphon it off, but I'm not who I wanted to be. In my heart I belong in a house by the sea. They say home is a place where you're needed. Then I am home now, but I am leaving, to feel my feet being kissed by the seaweed. And I'll be silent and kiss it back. This is not who I want you to see. It's just adding on weight to the darkness in me. And from the little I have understood, I believe that a house by the sea would do good. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum, bum-bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum. They say home is a place you can choose to be, and I've decided to carry home inside me. So it's not really as if I am leaving, no. It's more like something pulling me, 'cause behind everything that I do, I just want to forget, want to carry this through, fill my lungs with the sweet summer air. In my heart, in my mind, I am already there. Yeah, behind everything that I do, I just want to come home and lay down beside you. And then I'll be who I wanted to be. In my heart I belong in a house by the sea. Tusen takk!
And gentlemen, give it up for Moddi! Wasn't that beautiful? Okay, nice. One more time for Moddi, ladies and gentlemen. Curtain calls. I am super excited about the next speaker. I am. Her name is Tawakkul Karma. Yeah. And for those of you who doesn't know about her, she had a career where she fought for freedom of speech most of her life. She also won a Nobel Peace Prize in 2011. Yeah, that's not easy. But not just that, it's also, she doesn't know that I'm going to tell you this, but it's also her birthday today. So when I introduce her, make some proper noise, ladies and gentlemen. Tawakkul Kurman. Welcome. The stage is yours.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. How can I thank you? Assalamu alaikum, shukran. Peace be upon all of you. I am really so happy to be with you here. And I am really so honored to share with you my 40th birthday. When I received the invitation, my team told me, no, it will be at the same date of your birthday, and it's a very important day. It's the 40, and you should stay, or you should choose something, some place to spend this very important day. I said, nothing important to spend this date with students. I told them, any other events, cancel it. I should go to ISFET and share with them my ambition, my desire, my struggle, and my wishes for the students in my country and for the students around the world. So I am here today with you. Again, dear sisters, dear brothers, I was delighted to accept this invitation to attend this festival and take part in such an important, influential event for youth from all around the world, an event which strives to build common ground. The festival in our message, this festival is our message to the world to meet and agree on an agenda that reflects our ambition. Youth belong to multiple nations, civilizations, and countries, but above all that, to one humanity and one world. Young people, you, as young people, are capable of overcoming the barriers of languages, regions, ethnical affiliation, and the legacy of war and conflicts driven by interests and regimes. We meet here to renew our dream of worldwide open to our aspiration, a world that listens to us and sees our vision for the shape of life that we want, the issues that concern us, our needs, and our future. The future is represented by all of you young people. The future is represented by you, students from around the world. The students that are here today, inspired by the ambitions of the youth of the world and ready to communicate their voices. Dear sisters and brothers, at the end of the 18th century, the world was more open and people moved from one country to another without passports or personal documents. World War I and World War II created walls of restrictions and barriers, complicated relations, closed borders, and movements required documents and complicated procedures. Despite the sophisticated technologies and means available to us in the 21st century, the world is becoming more, unfortunately, more isolated, rejecting and demonizing aliens, looking at them suspiciously with hatred and considering them as a security threat. Unfortunately, today, democracy and human rights is no longer the benchmark that determines the relations of the superpowers with others. Instead, implicit understanding have emerged that conspire and turn a blind eye to major massacres and crimes against humanity. Unfortunately, again, the senior democracies have opted for isolated and hostile policies against immigrants and refugees, and are indifferent toward worldwide human rights violation unprecedented in human history, all under the pretext of security, protection of their interests, and war on terror. Dear sisters and brothers, dear students that will make a big difference in the world, all this deterioration in today's world must stop. All this deterioration in the world must stop. Today, you, young people, have a task, have a great task to achieve, have a great title to struggle under it, which is changing the world. This is an appropriate motto for a world that has retained its walls and whose iron curtains are casting their dark shadows on Europe and the world once again. So we are here today to reaffirm our will, to build a new world without borders or walls between our people and countries. We are here today to start our great struggle for building a new world where youth find opportunities to live and communicate with each other without risks or labels. A world where every human has place, where every idea can be expressed and every dream can be fulfilled. A world where there is a genuine democracy in its countries, a genuine democracy that vanquishes corruption and transmits power peacefully. A true democracy, not one that marks or masks of a dictatorship, hierarchy, and unchecked power. Dear sisters and brothers, changing world is not an easy task that awaits the youth of the world, of all genders and countries. Yet, your will and dream of a better world is capable of moving things forward and overcoming the obstacles. Youth is the key word in revolution, in immigration, in renewal and renovation, and is essential for any movement that aspires to overcome the stalemate and renew of rich life. Making the world an adequate place to live should take into account people's right to move, immigrate, and work as a basic standards. Immigration has always been a human activity throughout history, not only during war and violence and the subsequent humanitarian miseries and displacement. In today's world, there are hundreds, thousands of people who were abandoned due to war and collapse states. Our human rights values and standards oblige us to make helping them to pass their suffering, to make this our first priority. Those who establish their security with isolation and racism shall be denounced. Such emerging racism in some of the Western countries invokes our concerns and fears the same way terror does. The world will not be stabilized with isolation, racism, hatred, terrorism, and despotism. So, the pursuit of a human society free of fanaticism, extremism, and both political and religious tyranny is a common concern of responsible people around the world. The worst thing we can do is to think that in the end that we are alone. If you are an American, British, Australian, Norwegian, you might think that the effect of tyranny prevailing in countries like Saudi Arabia, like Iran, like any other countries that suffer from dictators, will be confined to these countries, and that those living in democratic states are safe from any consequences. Here, I'm telling you that you are wrong. Risks created by tyrannies are transboundary. Therefore, combating despotism is not a local affair. It is equally an international affair. People, you should know that people are suffering from despotism and terror at the same time. State terror, as shown by the regimes that waged wars against their peoples to stop change and suppress peaceful revolutions that demand freedom, justice, and democracy. Shall such communities and people who are looking for freedom and justice and democracy pay an additional price to the what is called first world in the West that labeled them as a terrorist and closed the doors in front of them? Those whose lives were destroyed and who abandoned their home in pursuit for a safe haven and work opportunities for justice, freedom, equality, peace, and democracy. The average citizen in Europe, American, and Canada was shocked. The simple people, the kind people, was shocked by the large influx of Arab refugees to some voices in these countries began and described them as invasion and a threat to their society. This is because there is not enough explanation for what is happening in that countries. Please answer this question. Would millions of people from Syria flee from their country, escape from their country, have decided to leave their country if they had a political regime with even the slightest respect for human rights? Will they flee and escape from a good country or from the fire of dictators and the terrorists as well? They flee from their country because they are under the oppression of the regime of Bashar al-Assad and also the terrorists, and also from other hand from the complicity of the world. So, if the world wants to stop this wave of refugees, he has to stand with the will of people, with the dream of people, with the sacrifices of people for justice, freedom, dignity, and democracy. They have to stop the dictators in our region and the dictators around the world. This is the best solution for the refugee and immigration case. Dear sisters and brothers, finally, people are fed up with injustice, wars, and death. And it is the right time for change, for a new world built by you youth. And here I'm conveying this message. You are the one who will lead the change in this world. You are the one who will create the future, the better future for you and for the second and third and for all the generations. Trust yourselves and promise the world that there is no place for the dictators, for the terrorists, for the racism, and for the hatred. Thank you so much.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. One more time for Tawakkul Karman. What fantastic work and a beautiful speech. Hey guys, I don't want to be that guy, but I was backstage and the organizers, they came to me and they were like, oh, hey, can you please tell people to not smoke cigarettes inside? Somebody's been smoking cigarettes inside, so we're in Norway now. We stopped with that a couple of years ago, so. But anyways, are you guys ready for the next act? Yeah, it's music, it's groovy. Everybody who's standing, hey girls, get your hips ready. This is an energetic gang that I met behind the backstage right now, and they're looking forward to this. Energetic, they're going to play some neo soul for us with a hint of groovy jazz. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Maisha!
Ship called worries can't help from falling down. How much longer can I hold my breath under water before I will drown? 'Cause all these worries, they will go. Sometimes they fool you to think they have their control, but one day they'll be gone and you feel like going on. So these worries will leave you alone. Not so far from losing my own freedom. These four walls, they knock me down. Will keep my head up. They say I will feel better. Not so sure 'cause it's feelings deep down. But these worries will leave you alone. Sometimes they fool you to think they have the control, but one day they'll be gone and you feel like going on. So these worries will leave you alone. When you feel all alone and losing control, just keep looking. these worries will leave you alone. I hope these worries will leave you alone. Well, I hope these worries will leave you alone. Thank you so much. We're called Maisha, and it's so nice being here tonight with you guys. Are you doing okay? Yeah. So that was a song called Worries, and we're going to continue off with the song called Cloud Cuckoo. We tell ourselves it's just the way it goes. Believe that one's unimportant. No wonder how our lives have shortened. Some others can only see a hue. Well, it's called blindness, but we call it the perfect view. Drinking bubbles in the sun. Watching the world through shattered glass, claiming we're the children of the sun, living in a bubble in cloud cuckoo land. So who are we to call us the masters? Rather call us the living disasters of eternity. But honey, we're harmless as long as our egos are scarless. Don't want help, but need it. We can do it ourselves. We're so conceited. We ignore what's right in front of us, like we're the superpower, and you're the annoying bubbles in the sun, watching the world through shattered glass, claiming we're the children of the sun, living in a bubble in cloud cuckoo land. Thank you. We're going to finish off with this song. It's actually the first song we wrote together. And when we wrote this song, we were so frustrated because of a certain president that got elected. And we needed to put it down. We needed to tell about our frustration and aggression. So here's the song, Kiss My Feet. power can control everybody. Who gave you the authority to shit on people's lives, to mess with people's minds? I can tell how many times I have seen that power ruins puts on people's self-esteem. Their wrong plans, their wrong hands, big mistake. You should be careful who is serving you. You're fooling no one with that hideous disguise. Think it's time that you kiss my feet until they're nice and clean. So tired of being the dice in this foolish game. No longer will I be a part of the strategy to your success. So you can kiss my feet till they're soaking wet. It's kinda obvious to me that we are living in a upper hierarchy. King on top, rich forgot such a shame. And asked me queen and I will step up the game. So stop with the suppression techniques. You're fooling no one, so stop acting so cheap. Time to realize that this ain't no game. Start caring instead of just boosting your fame. Kiss my feet until they're nice and clean. So tired of being the dice in this foolish game. No longer will I be a part of the strategy to your success. So you can kiss my feet till they're soaking wet. Oh, I said, kiss my feet until they're nice and clean. No longer will I be in this foolish game. No longer will I be a part of the strategy to your success. So you can kiss my feet till they're soaking wet. Thank you for being here. We're my show.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Maisha! This is kind of fun. Can you turn on the lights a bit in the audience, sir? Can you turn on the lights a bit, like for a couple of seconds? Like you just did, like lights? There you go, because I was backstage right now and I saw this screen. It was a camera, like recording the stage. I'm like, oh, so what's this camera for? And they're like, no, we're live streaming it. I'm like, so you're telling me I've been live streamed? They were like, yeah. So I'm like, so you're telling me I just did mediocre dick jokes for a live audience? And they were like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna hit you guys with some stand-up while we wait. Is that okay? Okay, you sir, with the wonderful bunad, what's your name? Yeah. Come up here, Lars. Of course his name is Lars. I've never seen a more Lars-looking guy in my life. Like, this guy has either 3 names. It's either Lars, Tarjei, or Trygve. But Lars, what's your last name, Lars? Tarjei. It's Lars Tarjei? Lars Tarjei Nord. Not Tarjei. Not Tarjei. So, okay, where is this bunad from?
Romerike.
Romerike? Where is I know where that is. Okay, Lars, what I want you to do is, because I want to do stand-up comedy now, and I want to make the audience like super hot, so I want you to introduce me. So I'm gonna go off stage and act like this is a comedy club, and you're gonna have to have the confidence of a black comedian. So you have to be like, yo, ladies and gentlemen, you guys ready? Can I get a whoop whoop? Can I get a whoop whoop? Can I get an ayo? Give it up for this funny guy from Oslo or Somalia. His name is Jonas Joseph. Okay, so Tadjai Lars, that's what I want you to do. Okay, thank you. The stage is yours.
Whoop, whoop. Are you ready for... Just give it up. Yeah.
Lars, you tried. I respect you for that. He was like, can I get a whoop whoop? Fuck this. I don't want to be here no more. I'm gonna hide in my hat. But it's nice to be here. I like to joke about my ethnicity, and that's probably why I'm booked here, because the theme is migration, and they were like, we got one comedian who's immigrated. Let's book him. So, but it's fun being Somali. It's like one of the most fun things that you can do. Like, I don't know if you guys try to have Somali parents, but that is not recommended. Any Somalis in the building? Are you Somali? What? Yeah. Where you from, brother? You're not Somali. I see you. No. Can I guess where you're from? You're from Palestine. يا حبيبي الطاقة العربي عن شوي كيف الحال? That was a threat. So you guys should probably evacuate right now. But where are you from? What country are you from? From Macedonia. That's perfect. What's your name, brother? Muhammad. Perfect. Okay, Muhammad. Because even though I'm from Somalia and he's from Macedonia or Macedonia, we have the same type of parents. For instance, Muhammad, just say yes or no to these questions. Are you a doctor? No. Are you an engineer? No. Muhammad is what we immigrants call a disappointment. Isn't that correct? And I decided to become something worse than a disappointment. I decided to become a comedian. And comedian, if you translate that directly from Somali, that means clown. So when people ask my dad, oh, Joseph, how's your son doing? He's like, oh, no. He go to children's birthday and make balloon, you know, right? That's what my dad think my profession is. And I had this friend that I grew up with. His name was Omar. And Omar was a fucking liar. Because when my dad found out that I was going to become a comedian, he looked at my friend Omar. He's like, oh, Omar, what are you going to become? He's like, oh, and he looked at me, looked at my dad. He's like, I don't know about this comedian thing, but I'm going to become a doctor engineer. And my dad was like, that's so fucking amazing. So, and the worst thing about, so when I moved to Oslo with Omar, it was fun because life started catching up with Omar. So one day my dad called me and he's like, Jonas, how's Omar doing? And not one day, he did it all the time. Like, how's Omar doing? I'm like, how's Omar doing? Jonas, how's Omar doing? Enough about you, you fucking disappointment clown. Tell me about Omar. So 2 years ago, life went kind of shit for Omar. So my dad called me and was like, Jonas, how's my favorite guy in the world, Omar, doing? I'm like, I'm gonna fucking tell you how he's doing. You know, he was gonna become a doctor, engineer. And my dad's like, yeah. I'm like, no more. He's like, well, yeah. He's like, yeah. Like, what happened? I'm like, you remember he went to school? My dad is like, yeah, no more. And I was like, what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened. You know, Omar, you know, he likes to party. And then he met like an African chick when he was partying, kind of drunk, and they hooked up. And a couple of weeks later, he found out he made her pregnant. So he had to give up his studies to take care of a kid that he doesn't want to have. So that's up with Omar. And then my dad was like, Jonas, can you give me his number? I'm like, why? No, I should probably call him. I'm like, why? He's like, I've been through the same thing. And that's a true story. But I like to fuck with Omar when I do stand-up, and he doesn't like it. He's like, can you please stop talking about me? I'm like, no, you doctor engineer. But one thing happened, and that was like a year ago, and I promised him that every time I do that joke about him making a chick pregnant, I have to do this other joke too. And the thing about Omar is that he really likes Donald Trump. A weird thing, he's black as shit too. And he likes Donald Trump. And I'm like, why? It's like, Jonas, if he can become the president of the United States, I can become a doctor engineer. So he really likes the guy, right? And then the thing was, we saw like he had a speech like when he became a president. Good job, by the way. Impressive. Americans in the corner, right? Fucking good job, guys. And then what happened was, he was like, Jonas, and Donald Trump was talking about he's going to build a wall, and the Mexicans are going to build the wall. And Omar is like, Jonas, that's going to happen within the next 4 months. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. He's like, Jonas, trust me, I know this guy, we're the same type of guy, and he's going to get this done. I'm like, nah. It's like, you want to bet money? I'm like, yeah. So we put like 1,000 kroner on the table, we bet money. I'm like, that's stupid. I'm like, how long? It's like, within 4 months. And 2 months after, Omar called me he's in the living room. He's like, Jonas, come to the living room. I come to the living room. He's like, Jonas, look at the screen. I'm like, yeah. It's like, what do you see? It's a football match. It's like, who's playing right now? I'm like, the United States and Mexico. Jonas, what's happening right now? I'm like, it's a free kick to America. And he's like, what does Mexico gotta do then? They have to build a wall against the United States. So give me my money. So it's not that stupid. But anyways, guys, we have 2 things in the program. Are you guys ready to go on? I'm super excited. This next group is gonna perform a dance for us. It's NTNUI, and they have a dance based on a theme, and the theme is migration. So ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for NTNUI. All right, then, all righty. If everybody can step back a little bit, we're gonna end the evening with a choir that's gonna come here and perform for us. Yes, we need room. We can get in the front. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are gonna love this. Make some noise. Am I ready to introduce? All right then. Don't worry about me. Or these guys. Okay, so how are you guys doing? Yeah. What's your name, dude? What? Johannes. He's from a place called Bergen. Yeah, because the loudest guy in the room is always from Bergen. Johannes, what do you do here? Johannes, what do you study? What? Physics and mathematics. Nice. Good. So what's your favorite physics? You don't know? I don't know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready. Are you guys ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, bring up big applause to TSS TKI.
Hi. Good evening. We are Trondheim Kvinnelig Studentersangforening and Trondheim Studentersangforening. And we are being conducted today by the fabulous Eirik Munnhjell. The piece you just heard is called Solistvals, written by Gjermund Larsen, and the soloist was Stine. Will you? And the last song you're going to hear now from us is a medley from the popular children's movie Ronja Røverdatter, and the arrangement we will sing is made by the fabulous Eirik Munnhjell.
Thank you, TSS TKI, my ladies and gentlemen. This has been such a fun opening ceremony, and we're almost done. We just want to do one last thing with you guys. And with me, I want to bring on Tyler Stewart on stage, ladies and gentlemen, the president. Give it up. And keep the lights on, keep the lights on, keep the lights on, keep the lights on.
All right. So, it's been a lot of us up on stage here performing for you this evening. And I thought, well, that's a shame because a lot of you are here in Trondheim and the people of Trondheim want to get to know you, right? And a big part of that is the host program that we have going, you know? So people, families in Trondheim open up their doors and welcome you to come and stay with them, right? And this is tremendously generous. We rely a lot on their support. So what I thought we could do is get all of you here tonight to help me send a thank you message to them. Sound good? Yeah. All right, perfect.
So can we get the house lights on?
All right, now there's a bit of a problem here, Jonas. I'm seeing a lot of empty space here. All right, so let's bring it in. Yeah, perfect, thank you. We don't bite. And now, because we've done that, you see up the back there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
guys from the gallery, please step up.
Everyone from up in the gallery, yeah.
Let's fill the floor.
Everyone from the stairs, stand up and calmly walk down. Let's fill the floor here. We can't see you up the back. Okay, so while that's happening, maybe we can run through the directorial vision I have in my head.
All right, tell them.
Okay, so we're gonna keep it simple, so that way we know that it will work. I've got my phone here, right? And I'm going to use the camera. Jonas, you're gonna be the photographer.
Okay.
Yeah, you good?
I'm good.
It's locked. You're good? Okay. Jonas.
I'm just joking.
All right, but essentially...
It's a good phone though.
Yeah, it's brand new, thank you. I bought it for the camera, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna take a lot of good photos of these guys. But essentially, what I'm going to do is, Jonas, you're gonna film me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say to the camera, a thank you to all the hosts, right? And then I'm gonna say, now I've got a few of the participants here this evening who are going to help us, who want to say thank you. Yeah. And then we turn around, and then you step back there. Perfect, all right.
Did I do like this?
And then we say, all together, thank you, Trondheim, okay? So let's try it. We'll go through it. We'll practice it once. I've got a few participants here, and they would like to tell you, thank you, Trondheim! Woo! And they go crazy. Yeah, okay. Huh?
That's cool.
I think they can do better than that.
I think so too, but like the people behind there, they don't want to join in.
I'll bring them down as well. Bring them down. Okay, so we're going to try it once more, okay? And this time, after you say thank you, Trondheim, at the top of your lungs, I want you to go crazy and just go, woo! Share your excitement with Trondheim.
Okay, let's try it one more time.
Try it again. And they want to say to you, thank you, Trondheim! Woo! Yes,
perfect.
That's the energy we want. Okay, guys, let's try it.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
We have one shot at this. I can't screw it up, okay? I'll stand here.
Okay.
I'm gonna pan around. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do this without a microphone.
Okay.
Because I need all hands for this.
You good? Okay. I'm gonna trip over that. It's only once. Okay.
We got this. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, I got the ISFiT logo too.
Oh, it's perfect. Okay. This is a message to the hosts of Trondheim. We want to thank you for your generosity, opening your doors to welcome the world into your home. Without your help, ISFiT would not be possible. And you've all risen up to the challenge and helped us find beds for 500 international students visiting Trondheim. And in fact, I've got a few of them here tonight, and they just want to tell you, thank you, Trondheim! Woo! Perfect.
That was a great movie.
That was great. Did you press record?
Yes,
you did. All right.
I did.
I've made that mistake before.
That was perfect. Ladies
and now, sorry, Jonas, go on.
What do you want to say?
I wanted to do one more thing while you're all here. Now, it's tradition at the opening ceremony to take a photo of everyone here, right? So, do we have any photographers, Fort or Yangen or something, who can come up here on stage and take a photo for us? Anyone accessible? Yeah. From the photo gang.
This guy.
Fort or Yangen?
That guy.
Yeah, you've got to move
the handsome
camera.
guy over there.
Fort or Yangen? Yes. We've got
don't turn around. I'm talking to you, dude.
Yeah, he does the video right. That's an impressive setup. Did ISFiT buy that? Yeah, nice.
Oh, here we go. We got a guy.
Well spent.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
All right.
We got two guys.
Oh, wow, we've got
Got
so
two
many.
guys.
Okay. Does anybody else want to jump up and take the photo? Okay, so do you guys have to direct us? Wait, let's jump down in here. Okay. Can I jump in here with you guys? Okay, so you tell us what you want us to do. Tell us when, okay? I'm not even that tall. I could stand fully and you wouldn't. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, cheese! All right, you guys got it? Perfect, all right. Thank you very much, everyone.
And ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great opening ceremony.
Yeah.
It's over, but the festival is officially begun. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joe. This is Joseph. Thank you so much.
A bird with the word came to me, the sweetness of a honeycomb.